Just Acting Up Show. We got a special guest up in here, man. I got to applaud this brother, man. Hard work, everything you do. Shannon, William Shakespeare. Clap it up for this brother, man.
Thank you.
I got to clap it in. We got to applaud you, brother, because you've been doing some work, homie. And, you know.
Trying to do something, a little something.
Yes, sir, man. So, of course, I first met you. I met you through Tino, Faustino. That's my boy right there.
My boy, yeah, Tino.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tino.
Yeah, shout out to Tino. We're gonna try to get him on the show in the future, but I know his schedule's so crazy busy. Sure. But yeah, man. He hit me up and he was saying, "Hey, man, come do this spot real quick." In this film real quick, and I was like, "Okay, bet, I got you." And I was like, "Let me go hit it up before I go do stunt training." Then that's when I ran into you. And then we started talking, chopping up, man. Just been cool since day one. The way you directed and story writing and everything, man. So I appreciate you for having me on there.
I appreciate you for coming, man. And, you know, it's not easy. I mean, I guess it go both ways. You got a lot of actors who trying to be in stuff, but then when you have more established actors, you know, it's always good to have them want to be in some of your stuff you're doing. So it go both ways. I appreciate y'all for trusting my vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What got you into acting and directing and everything? What did
I'm a terrible actor, so I ain't acting.
What got you into directing and
yeah. No, but I think I don't like being in front of the camera. But I want to say I probably, man, not to like tell a cliche story, but I've probably been doing this since I was my son. I played sports. I was real good at sports. My mom was the first woman to hold a torch in the Olympic Games, right? So she was real good in sports, and she met my dad through the track circuit, the Olympic track circuit, professional track circuit. So both of my parents were real good in sports. I grew up around NFL football players, Carl Lewis and all the people. So I always liked to write. Like I remember being 6, 7 years old, and I would make my older cousins, like I would write some shit and make them do it, right? I used to, my dad used to record my football games. I'd take the camera and go record skits. This we talking about before skits were skits, right? Just to do it. So I think I always had a love for it. I didn't know how to even think about making it happen. I didn't know an actor. I didn't know, you know what I mean? Only actors I knew was on TV. So I was around athletic people. So I never even saw it as an option. It wasn't until like, I think football in college, I didn't like how shit was going. And I hate the time they took a lot of time from me. So I quit football, ran track. And I had all this time I never had before, so I just started writing. So that's where I started saying, "Hey, I think I'm good at this. Let me try to, you know what I mean?" But it's been a long journey, though, man. I know I heard one of you say, which one of y'all said y'all was married?
I'm married.
Okay, boom, yeah. So, for me, I was married when I figured out what I wanted to do, and yeah, not married no more, right? Because they had to be able to understand. And I think for her, it was something that I just was trying to understand. So it was new to both of us. And there was a lot to do with, you know, you got girls and all that, you know what I mean, different things trying to figure out how the money gonna come in. So it was a lot, you know what I mean? It still is a lot for, I guess, relationship wise, for them to understand, because they got to understand that because there's so many people who do it just to be around the girls, right? Mm-hmm. Then there's people who do it because they gonna do it regardless if they get $1 or if they get $1 million. And when you don't understand that process, then I guess it's intimidating, or, you know what I mean? It could cause some insecurities in other people. So, you know, they got to be able to let you be free to be artistic, right?
Right.
So, I mean, shout out to you, you know what I mean? But you still be, you acting directly with
No, I'm acting.
Okay, that's probably even harder, right? Because I ain't got to kiss nobody on camera, right? But you know, shout out to anybody who figuring that out, because that's probably the hardest thing I would say, is because obviously if you're with somebody, you can't be selfish, right? You gotta keep their, I guess, their interest in mind, but at the same time, you got to be able to still chase your goals. And that's something that you can't control, right? You got to hope that you with somebody who believes and trusts in you to be able to do it, because you can't make somebody feel comfortable with what we're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So let's talk about so I know, like I said, I met you on the set of Both Eyes Open.
Mhm.
I had fun, and I always have fun acting or whatever I'm doing. Great cast, great people, and tell us a little bit about. It was that one scene that we were in. We had Tiffany on here, and
Was that with Chasing?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That was fun, man. You know what I like most about that? And so we're gonna bring it back, and it's gonna look. I mean, it looked good then, but we're gonna make it look better. We're gonna probably try to come up with a script for it. But my favorite part of that is people don't understand how good that show is, and it was 90% improv.
Yeah.
So when you think about how many people like that show, how we was able to make it make sense and be entertaining, it was 90% improv. I think that's huge because that's hard. That's not, and that's not even, that's on how good y'all were, right? Because I ain't jumping in front of no camera and do shit. So it's just me saying, hey, this is what this scene is about. This is what we're gonna come out of, and y'all is running with it. When you think about how hard that is, right?
Yeah.
And to make it make sense, y'all did a great job with that.
But well, I was going to talk about when you said improvise. What's so great about that is that since we improvising, what's going through your head? Because like like that both of those scenes were had its funny moments and on camera and behind camera and serious moments. But what's going through your head when you filming something and you hear something funny and you like, man, I'm trying to keep it together. I know you be having those moments.
I mean, I'm gonna laugh probably regardless, man. We're gonna have to just do it again if I mess it up. I think, I mean, sometimes you can hold it together, you hold it together. I think it's a lot of funny things happen, even when it's serious role. Because obviously we are filming and we're working with people who goofy. You know, we all funny. So you know how my sets be. As soon as cut, we laughing, cutting up. So I guess I'm used to cutting it on and off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just gotta have fun anytime you get a chance to have fun and laugh and stuff like that, because life gonna bring some times when you can't. So you gotta get all your laughs in when you can. You know what I mean?
All right. What was the inspiration for Red Flags?
Honestly, I heard some stuff about Tubi, how much money they was paying, and I was like, I flipped through Tubi, and I was like, man, let me see. So then I got a lot of friends as girls, and I was just thinking like I want to do something that's dark, a little different, because I thought it would fit the Tubi platform. Man, I wrote that in like 3 days. We shot that out. So in 8 or 9 days, I wrote, casted, and finished that whole movie shooting wise. And then I think within a month we had already did the red carpet premiere for it. So that was like, I got the idea, wrote, like, I think we started, I had only finished half of it before we started, and I finished the rest. We had like a 2-day, 3-day break. I finished the rest of the script, and then we shot the rest of it out. So it just, the inspiration was, I was really trying to see, trying to figure out the Tubi deal, and I wanted to put out something that was a thriller. I never did that before. I like challenging myself. So I was like, the crime dramas for me, easy. I could do that. I would wake up literally every day with 10 different crime dramas, right? So I was like, what if I want to do like something more Lifetime, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It's me trying to do something different. I wanted to work with my boy Choco and show him in a less comedic role.
Yeah,
right?
Cholo is funny on Instagram.
So, he one of the people who he likes challenging himself too. So he wanted to do it, and it came out good for. I mean, even if we took more time, it would still been good. But for what we did and the amount of time we did it in, it was crazy. Mariah Goody everybody did a good job, but Mariah did an awesome job acting, stuff like that. So.
And like, yeah, you're right. Y'all did a phenomenal job, man. And the quality and everything, that it's like with the stories and everything else, it's like he's getting better and better and better. Like, I already knew, like, when I first met you, I'm like, oh, it's good. And I was laughing with Tino because he was telling me that when I met you on the set of Both Eyes Open, he's like, yeah, Slim Thugger is. And I was like,
yeah.
no, he ain't. And he's like, yeah, he is. And then when you showed it and you cut it and edit and everything. And I was like, oh, snap, he right there. So it was like really dope with, your editing skills and everything that you use with the equipment and everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, man, I got to have this brother on here so we can talk about, the people that he brings on, like Slim Thug and everybody else.
Yeah, you
and,
got the Boss Hog series too, right?
That's the both eyes open.
Okay, both eyes
It's
open.
the same one. It's crazy because me and my boy Dre, we was trying to do like a commercial, like a long commercial for a release that he was doing for Boss Life clothing. We dropped it, and everybody was on his DMs, my DMs. And it was like, man, shit, this is like a damn TV series. So he was like, man, let's do it. So him, my boy Sweezy, and I've been knowing Sweezy since college, freshman year of college. So we go way back. And we just came up with some stuff, and a lot of people didn't think we was gonna be able to change, we start the series and run off with it, but I think we did a good job for what we did, and we're gonna finish season 2 soon as I get the right stuff in place. Right now we shooting so much stuff. We got 10 movies we shooting this year. We already knocked off one, not counting Red Flag. So we knocked off one. That's the Bricks, who also has Slim Thug, Dre, Sweezy, Khalil Kane. We got a lot of people, man. Dickinson, Overhar. He's from Queen and Slim. We got a lot of stuff going, man. We got a lot of movies. We stay shooting right now. One called The Con Hand that has DeAndre Bonds. That's Scully from Snowfall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. We was just talking about Snowfall.
Yeah, we was just talking about Snowfall.
Yeah, so we actually shooting that right now. And then after that, Khalil come down. We shoot his movie that I'm directing called Thicker Than Water. So we actually cast him for that. So I'll send that out. Y'all should check it out and let me jump in there if we have some. We hadn't casted anything yet. Only two. Khalil is the older brother, and I think Dakari is going to be the son. But it's the only thing casted in that whole movie. So
Okay.
We got some opportunities for sure.
Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely. And
What would you say as a filmmaker has been like the most important lesson that you've learned in this industry?
Filming? You said filming?
Yeah.
From a director standpoint or like a producer, or from an acting standpoint?
From a director standpoint.
Just to shoot, man. You got to be able to create content because don't nobody see nothing if you don't. At first, when I first started, it took me a while. One, obviously, having to argue with girls all the time, right? Because they don't want you to do shit. So you can't. In this industry, it's like, I don't know the percentages, but it's probably harder it's probably harder to be Denzel than it is to be Michael Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say. So in this industry, to think that you could attain 1% and not give 200% is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely have to go full speed, and even if you make mistakes, you may fall in the right place, right? Even if you fall, you may fall in the right place. If you just sit and then you out the way all the way. You got to be able to produce content. And I think when I first started, I wanted everything to be perfect. I really didn't put a lot of content out. Right? So if you imagine the YouTube people right now, they don't know how to shoot film. They don't know how to act. But they on Instagram, they on YouTube, they posting every day. And you got to look at it like this. That 1% that I talked about, that's for Hollywood, right? You can make $1 million right in your home city, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be able to reach an audience. And there's so many people in the world who think like you, who like the shit that you like. Posting content is your way of them saying, hey, I relate to what he's doing, right? Then you build your own fan base. That's all Instagram is building your fan base. Once you have a fan base, can't nobody stop you, right? Because at that point, then if people want to make money with you, they see your fan base, right? So you want to be able to create content constantly so you can find those people who relate to the stories you want to tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say shoot, stay busy.
I agree. Is there Are there any other storyline? Well, I know you say like you got like a plethora, like a lot of things you're working on.
We got a horror. We got a few things coming in. Yeah, we got a few.
Yeah. Are you gonna horror too? What?
Yeah, I wrote a movie a while ago called Frankie. So it's like, I would say, a black version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I say something. Yeah, so we're gonna shoot that this year too. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to. Oh, go ahead, brother.
What is your vision in Houston when it comes down to the film industry in Houston? Like, how do you see us moving? Like, Atlanta has a good film base. They have, Tyler Perry Studios, Marvel Studios. They got Disney and everything. In Louisiana, they shoot films there too. California, New York, et cetera, et cetera. How do you see Houston moving in that direction?
I mean, I think we have the opportunity to be bigger than all those places that you named. Just one, because of just how many people we got out here. Like, you know what I mean? We one of the richest cities, one of the biggest cities. That's what it takes, I think, really to hit home. I think the biggest thing that we suffer from is, I said like this: if you had a group of kids that was regularly eating, right? If you threw a piece of bread in there, they're gonna share that bread, right? Because ain't nobody starving.
Right.
I think Houston, because nobody is known worldwide, is still sitting here with, like, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to eat first. So if you throw a piece of bread in there, everybody running, and then nobody gets shit, right? Because you know what I mean? People snatching pieces, you can't eat the shit, right? So I think once Houston starts to do shit together, right? And also at the same time too, is Hollywood don't go to Atlanta for no reason. It ain't because of talent. It ain't because they didn't go to Louisiana. They wasn't in California. Hollywood is a business. And what I mean by a business is if you sold shoes, right? And in Houston, when you sold shoes, you had no tax benefits, right? But if you went to Dallas and Dallas said, hey, man, we're going to give you 30-40% back of what you spend on your business-wise, it makes sense for you to shoot in Dallas. Fuck Houston, right? If you a business person and nothing personal, they don't have anything personally to do with where they're going. It's business. California, obviously, because one of their largest resources is entertainment, they give good benefits, right?
Right.
Atlanta gave like 40% tax benefits. So you do $1 million movie, you get $400,000 back, right? So it makes sense business wise. Houston don't give maybe like 5-10%. We don't give those benefits. So for us to be able to get those benefits, one, as production companies and producers and stuff, that we got to pay the people who work on set more money, right? So we need bigger budgets and stuff like that to be able to pay more people. Because once, let's say you act on my film and you made $2,000, you turn around, put that $2,000 on a down deposit for a car or a house or something that you have to pay taxes in, right? And you wouldn't pay under the table, you was paid with a check. So you claim like, hey, I made $40,000 a year in acting. I feel like since we starving in Houston when it comes to like the film industry, ain't nobody claiming them taxes. Not like they supposed to be. Like nobody's saying I made $100,000 in film, right?
Right.
So the state doesn't recognize entertainment being any one of the top players, especially in Houston, where in Texas, where we got the oil industry, who's fucking $1 billion industry. We got the doctor industry, the medical industry, that's a $1 billion industry.
Warehouse, yeah.
We got real estate, is $1 billion industry. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for them to start giving those type of benefits, we're gonna have to start making money as entertainment people, right? But so that means that you have to pay people checks. You have to treat your production company like a real business, because once they see, hey, we're gonna get his tax breaks because these people are buying money with these movie checks. That's why they do it. They don't do it for no reason. They do it because they know that the money that is gonna come back. So the money that we give you, and they don't also have it because if they did drop it 30-40%, Hollywood gonna come use their money up and then run back to California to buy the houses, the cars, and all other shit, right? And I know this because I sat down with the city council and talked to them about how we would get that, right? And it's like a double-edged sword, because on one end we're saying, hey, we can't pay these people this much money without the benefits. And they saying we gonna lose money if we give you all up front. So it's like they want us to show that entertainment is big in Houston or Texas, and we want them to be able to like get that tax benefit so the jobs start coming. But it's just one of the things, it's not gonna happen until we make it happen, and that's about doing bigger projects, paying more people money, and making the city hot. Because once the city hot, more people start shooting. People spend more money, more people get paid, and it's no longer going to be somebody's second, third job, right?
Right.
It's gonna be the first job I make a living paying. It's when people start making a living in the city acting, then at that point, that's when the tax benefits come, and I think that's when Houston will be bigger than any other probably city has been, maybe minus California, right? But we definitely got. I think they just built the biggest studio in the country in Austin. Or they're building it big. So
they did. Yeah.
So they're getting ready for it. It's just we have to start treating our production as, even if it's a $10,000 production, we got to treat that production like a real business. Like actors got to say, damn, I don't want to check, right? Because then they're going to take it. I got to claim it. But that's how it gets bigger. Everybody got to be together and understand that that's how, you know what I mean? Because it's probably millions of dollars that's not even being counted because people ain't stating it at the end of the year, right? Which I get, right? Because you're trying to keep all your money, but I feel like that all plays a part into Houston blowing up to where it needs to be. Because as soon as we get as soon as we get a 30, 40 tax, everybody and mama gonna want to be shooting. We got everything out here.
Yeah, true.
Except for a beach. That shit terrible.
Yeah, we ain't gonna. It is one location I have seen. Well, I need to go to it myself to see, because I gotta look at it, and I don't know, you might have seen it before. Somebody posted and said this is in Houston, Texas, somewhere, and it's like, it looks nice. The water look clear, the beach, and everything.
It probably was deep. I mean, if the deeper you get, it looks better. It's just the coastline ain't working down.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that beach, goddamn. Like, man,
that's what CGI for. So.
Yeah, color. You can color correct anything. So
yeah,
they're gonna be like, man, it's pretty as water. Why nobody in it?
Yeah, right.
There's a reason why. Man, and so, man, and y'all taking the right direction too. Like, I love it that I'm really seeing that, directors like you, Jonathan Milton, Eric Hunter, and others are really coming out there and promoting each other. And I love seeing that, because we all trying to work on the same accord. We all trying, there's no egos or whatever. There's no this better than this. No, we all trying to push each other to get to where we want the film and entertainment should be.
No, it definitely got to be like that. You got to stay in your lane too. It's like people think that you got to be the only one to do. Nah, like it's not. It's no other industry where people are like that. Like doctors don't think, oh shit, I got to be the only doctor doing surgeries, or I ain't gonna be big. Right? They don't. They don't. You know what I mean?
I got 10 more surgeries to go.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's like when it all comes down to this is what I always say. Like, you never see a happy person trying to make other people not happy, right? Because when you're really happy, it's gonna make you unhappy trying to do that shit, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who's successful, who truly successful, and they attain where they trying to stop other people from being successful, right? Because when you're successful, you know what it took for you to be successful, right? So it's like it's all about trying to, because if I was like, I'll be the only one in film who make it, right? My time may take 6 months. I may make 60 years be 6 months. But if the industry was only built off of what I did, when it's gone, right? But if John Harper, if other people got big from the time that it was here, then if I fall, I can still, like, I'm still in the mix. Because they go, no, Shannon did some shit for me. He did some shit for me. I'm finna return the favor. Like, you still gonna be able to eat if everybody come up. You by yourself, then that's once you down, you ain't put it in nobody else's hands. It's gonna go to the next city, right? That's why Atlanta is booming, because it's not one person. You know what I mean? They got a lot of people who out, even in music, they got a lot of people out there, and that shit go back and forth. You know what I mean? They pass that shit around. So that's the type of mentality we gotta have moving forward.
Absolutely.
Just going back to your writing, like, what is your process like when you're developing a new story? Like, do you have like a certain ritual that you do, or is it like
Man, it's crazy. My mom swear I'm a sociopath. I probably am, somewhat. But to be honest with you, the once I get the story and I create the characters, it's like, if y'all got friends, right?
Right.
Y'all been on for a long ass time, that if you saw something before he's seen it, you know exactly how you're gonna respond and act towards what you just saw, right? So if you, not you, married person, but if a girl walks past with your homeboy, hey, I ain't about to get nobody in trouble. But you with your homeboy, girl walk back, she looked good, right?
Right.
You already know what this nigga finna say, because he done said it a million times, right? You only got, if he don't say it, you're gonna be like, you all right? What's wrong with you? Right?
Yeah.
So I think the problem with some people when they write, they don't know their characters, right? Because if you know your characters like you know your friends, then the story easy, because all you're doing, I'm trying to run around this word, but let's say this playing God, like God can't, he can't make you do what you got, free will, right?
Right.
The only thing God do is put stuff in your life, and based on what's in your life, you got to figure out which way you're going with it, right? That's the same thing in writing. When your characters are built right, if I say, hey, Leroy found out his wife is cheating on him, Leroy act like Leroy act. I don't got to think about what he gonna do, because when I wrote the story or when I make the characters, Leroy is acting. So literally when I'm writing, them words flowing out, because it's like if you was writing, if somebody told you to write a story about your friends and then threw situations at you, you write that story like that, because you know how your friends gonna respond 90% of the time, right? So it's the same thing about it. It's just knowing your characters enough for it's first nature to know what they're gonna do, because they're gonna act like they act. And I think that's the difference. With me, I can always write a script fast, because as long as once I build the characters, it writes itself. So I said, my mom would think I'm crazy, because she caught me one day I was writing, I was talking to myself. She was like, boy, what the hell is wrong with you? I was like, Mom, I'm writing. But that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So my process, I like to smoke cigars when I write a lot of times, just because I feel like it makes me focus on that. And another reason I write scripts fast is because I lose interest quick as shit. If I take longer than a week to write it, I ain't gonna write it, because I'm gonna be writing something else. So I try to write it fast, and then that way it's done. Otherwise, I probably got at least 25 incomplete like screenplays. There's no reason why there's not. I just lost interest, and they good. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just how I am.
Yeah. No, I think that's good too. People always say that when you're writing scripts or whatever, just don't stop writing, and always cooking up different ideas. And it's funny that you said, like, you said like something wrong with like psychotic or whatever, because I be thinking of writing some things. I'm like, that sounds kind of horrible, but I like that shit though. So I'm just like,
you got to, man. It's an audience for everything. I think that the biggest, if you're an artist, I don't care if it's painting, singing, whatever, acting, producing, the worst thing you could do is try to water down your thoughts, right? Because then you don't reach nobody, right? Because you're not even being who you are. When you're 100, like for instance, I grew up with Tupac, Biggie, and Extension. Nigga talk about killing himself and shit. That for me, what the fuck? Who's singing about? But by him being 100% pure with who he was, his following is huge, because people feel like this. People who out there, black, whatever, white boys, whatever, they feel like that. So when you're 100% tapped into who you are, you're gonna reach a fan base, right? Because we here to tell a story regardless. So I think that if you're an artist, that's what you're here for. Whether it's painting and all that different type of shit, if you're true to yourself, you may not reach the masses, right? But it's not even about that. It's about you reaching the people like you, and that's gonna be enough. There's a billion people in here in this world, right? So I think that's the biggest thing is you think about trying to tap into everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what messes you up, because then now you got a watered down version of yourself, right? Then nobody relate 100%, right? It looks, oh, okay, it's cool. But if you Kevin Gates, you know what I mean? You would never be able to tell nobody. He talking about eating ass and all type of weird shit, right? But if you listen to his music, he 100% tap into girls cheating on him and all different type of shit. Like when you tap into that, it's more people who got cheated on by a girl who a player who got a drop top Bentley. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's more people who live. There's more people who live in that pain than niggas who riding around with $80,000 for jewelry on. So if you rap about the $80,000 jewelry, you only tapped into the niggas who probably know you ain't got it. You know what I mean? Right. They're not even listening to you. Like you borrow my watch for this video. I'm not listening to this shit. Right? So if you're 100% real with yourself, that's where your audience gonna come from. Tapping into 100%, even if it's weird, whatever. You ain't. I'll guarantee you can Google some shit and it's a word for it. You ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Thinking the shit you be thinking. Certain shit I wouldn't say out loud because you're gonna be in the bar.
Hey man, we just let you know we are recording and we can edit so much, but you just let you know. Shannon, hit me on
anything I say, man. Anything I say anywhere, like I'm gonna repeat it. So it's not. If it's something I can't say, I ain't saying it. You know what I mean?
Shane, bro, hit me up like, hey James, I need y'all to edit that part out for me, bro. Like, just go ahead and do it.
Nah. You see, I didn't want to say out loud. I was trying to find a way around. Just like playing God, because I didn't want to think I got a God complex. But I'm thinking before I say what I'm saying. But I just think you just gotta be true to yourself. Because that's at the end of the day, that's where your success is gonna be.
I agree.
Yeah,
totally agree, man. Brother, we can chop it up all day, any day, but I know you busy, and we got to first and foremost giving you your flowers, your roses now for everything, all the hard work that you do. Blessing to you and your family, man. I always have a pleasure working with you, Chris and Mike. Whenever y'all work with Shannon, I'm letting y'all know, right? He cool, laid back. The dude come directing in his flip flops, bro. Boy, be relaxed.
You said I'll be in this. You gotta be relaxed. I mean, people gotta take. At the end of the day, you know what it is though. I can't say that because some people that's their natural what you call it, but y'all gotta be comfortable. I feel like that's what a director is to get the best out of y'all. It ain't for me to force y'all to do some shit. It's about whatever way I can get y'all to portray. I don't even want to say portray your character because at that time you gotta be that person. But I guess to make it easy for y'all to be who y'all supposed to be. Even in the writing, I got a backstory and all shit, but I only can give you the skeleton, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got to put the flesh on that shit. I can't. You know what I mean? I don't have time to each character in here. Like it's a person who may got one line. I expect you to put the flesh on it, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gave you the backstory. You tell me what that backstory means. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna come out on the in the art. So it's just about making everybody comfortable. Because I think that's once you get past the comfort part, you know what I mean? That's where your performance is gonna be good because you're gonna feel comfortable. You know what I mean?
I agree, bro. No, I know we gotta keep our eye out for other projects you got going on with casting and everything. I know you got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna be shooting a movie, at least one movie a month.
Okay.
So we got like I said, right now they're shooting. I'm lightly working on that project. I've been editing in the brick. But we got right now Con Hand that wraps on Tuesday. Then on I think the 18th, we start the Khalil Kane show. So we got a cast next week. So look out for that. We're doing character breakdowns and breaking down the script right now. So I know more information next week. Then after that, We got a few other projects. We got a Puerto Rico shit we doing. We're going to Puerto Rico and shoot one.
Nice.
I think Miami shoot one. Yeah, but so we got a ton of work that we pumping out, and 90% of that gonna be in Houston. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll definitely see our 3 names on the casting call.
Yeah, for sure. And I right now too, just send me. I know about James. Send me y'all's like reels, whatever y'all got, because I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do the casting calls, but I really don't. Once I meet people and kind of, because since I write so fast, a lot of this shit after the next 2-3 movies not written. So I'll meet somebody and then see, you know what I mean? See, I'm gonna create a role for this person. That's how I work most of the time too. So just send me what you got now so I can see it, and then I'll get back with you, because it take me forever to get to those casting calls. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know if y'all ever even seen where I put a casting call out, other than like looking for something for the next day.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate you for coming.
No problem.
All right, now be safe, man. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right.